This world has double standards towards those who are different. You know, get to the point where it's like, okay, I can make a decent amount of money. I've got my handful of friends, you know, maybe even more, but Kayla. Speaking of friends, then one just replied to me. This being girl. Who's also got ADHD and Asperger's. But I met her here before she went and got another job. She got a partner. So the thing is I'll give you an example for double standards. Quit fidgeting, Daniel. Quit fidgeting. Stay still. Don't move. Get slapped on the hands for stimming. Get slapped around the back of the head for stimming. Get punched in the shoulder. Punched in the back. Other stuff too. But why do you have to always be so active? Why do you have to always be doing things? Why can't you just chill out? Why can't you just be normal? Why do you have to always be doing things? And now that it's like I basically just do my study, work, go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, and if I'm not doing those things, it's just doing housework and chilling out or going for walks or things like that. I had a person that looks like a relative of mine from the Destiny churches and that. They look like them. They showed up to me. So what do you do after work these days? So it's like now that I've eased up because I'm 36 years old on the 13th of March. Now it's like I do my study and work full time and go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, and when I'm not doing that, it's just housework and going for walks. Now all of a sudden, we do this and we do that. They didn't say that, but they're saying like, I told them I was going to go home and relax because I mentioned them in a recording. And it was like a week later, all of a sudden these lookalikes showed up. So people think that I'm mentioning them because I want to catch their attention. Actually, no, it's just, you know, I used to stand up for myself and call people out in person, but it would be like in private discussions with the person, and I would have like a chat with them and call them out that way. But it would be kept between me and them, and I wouldn't tell anyone else. I might tell them my closest friends or something, but that would be after we had a number of confrontations with whoever it was I had issues with. And I used to think like the coward's way would to do this because you wouldn't do it in person. Well, the thing is they're probably going to hear it anyway. They may not. But I now know it's not the case. Hey guys, how's things? Hey. Because, well, that's not how I am. And I may not be like yelling and saying all of these other things, but that's because I know that I carry the same energy as this in person. Unless they like threaten my girlfriend, or then it will be up, and the ante will be upped. But that's another example of how the double standards. Like when I was younger, I was getting slapped on the hands. I was getting grabbed by the arms and pulled, and from like adults, school teachers and parents and that. I tell my parents, and then they'll be like, well, why don't you just sit, swearing and stuff. Why don't you just sit the F down and stay still and quit moving, and why don't you just agree with the teacher? But if there was a couple of times where my parents went and confronted the teachers at school and stuff. But yeah, when I was younger, even in my 20s, look, I don't know what's wrong with you, but not everyone goes for bushwalks and swims and goes out night clubbing and works out at the gym in the space of 2 days on their weekend off work. So you're a psychopath, or you're something like that, or you're on drugs, is what I got told throughout my 20s and my late 20s and early 30s. Now that it's just I work full time, I do between 48 and 64 hours a week. Only because it's 48 hours. No, it's 60 hours this week. And so I do that, as well as, if I do more than 60 hours, because I don't like to go and do half-assed stuff when I go to the gym. So I do this, I do my study, and I do it's basically gym stuff. And when I'm not doing these three, it's just going for walks and chilling out and watching TV and doing housework, and probably going to up the ante with hanging out with my girlfriend. Yes, that's right, I have a girlfriend now. I did a bit of an indirect step before I made the direct one. We were on our third date, and I was holding hands after we'd kissed and stuff, and said, gee, it's nice to know that I have a girlfriend now. And then she put her hand up to her face like this, but she was like smiling and stuff. That was before we hooked up again. And it was like a day later, because that was, and then I said to her, so is that us? Are we official? It's nice to know. It's nice to know I have a girlfriend. But she didn't respond. She just stayed quiet, and then gripped my hand firm, because she was loosely holding my hand. But then the hand grip got firmer. So I was like, when the hand grip got firmer, I was like, it's nice to know I've got a girlfriend. Because she doesn't get much dates and stuff, because she's like average looking, but the thing is that she's real smart for her age. She's real wise for her age as well. And the fact is, she's 22, so an average looking 22-year-old dating a guy in his mid-30s is always going to look real good. And she's a lot wiser, than her age. And we understand each other. She got ADHD just like me. She's Māori, so yeah. So stay still. Don't touch things. Don't ask why, just do it. Just gonna make a scan here. Scan complete. Now it's like, and then when I was started working, when I finally got employment about 8 years ago, first time full year round. Why do you just do everything that the employer tells you to do? You don't even question them. What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, double standards. If you know what you stand for and you know who your people are, you just got to do by what's right for you, and you're going to be a blessing to all those you meant to be a blessing to, and others just won't care, or they'll call you selfish. See you.